All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about, well, gaining experience generally hurts. All right, so the genesis for this video is not anything that actually happened in the shop. It's more about my experience over time, but mostly it was inspired by Adam Savage, his channel Tested. Adam did a video recently where he took a chunk of brass and turned it into a giant nut and bolt. He'd never done threads or that kind of thing before, and so he had a bunch of, well, he got to experience learning a new skill and the pain that comes with it. A lot of technicians that have been in this business a long time, like me, can forget. Technicians that, aren't at our skill level, haven't done it for, 20 plus years, don't know some of the stuff that you know. And, their first time doing something is their first time doing it, and it's happening, right now. Sometimes gaining experience, a new skill, can be painless. You've got a good mentor, he comes in, kind of guides you through the process, and everything's easy because you had somebody pointing you in the right direction. Other times, well, there's nothing that I can, as a mentor in this shop, there's nothing I can really do to, I can go, yeah, you got to do this and this and this, but it's still the process of doing this and this and this. As a young technician, there's times where gaining a new skill, it's going to hurt mentally, maybe physically, maybe in your paycheck. It may just, in general, hurt because you're gaining experience. Now, the thing about gaining experience is you now have that experience. One of the things I talk about in my videos is, worry about putting out quality work. Speed will come with time. And what I mean by that is repetitive doing this job, getting more comfortable with a certain job allows you to get faster because you're more comfortable with it. When you're not comfortable the first time doing it, maybe the second, third time, you're still tentative. You're still kind of figuring out. You're looking back at service information. You're kind of, tentatively doing everything, so it takes a while. Believe me, as a shop foreman, I would much rather you put out quality work than fast, crappy work, okay? So worry about quality first, but understand, when you're shop foreman, when you're, manager at the shop gives you a job that's outside your comfort zone, for instance, you're doing, you're used to doing brakes and, oil changes and filters and that kind of stuff, and then your boss throws you a, control arm alignment, you get nervous, or a transmission, or, whatever the job is that you haven't done one yet. It's easy for you to get, intimidated by the repair and slow down. And again, I'd rather somebody slow down and do the job correctly than rush through it and muck it up. You pull that job in, you start doing it, you're tentative, you're looking up service information, you're just, making sure you do everything A to Z correctly, and it might hurt if you're on flat rate, it might hurt your times. If you're on hourly, it might hurt your efficiency rating. You might have your boss breathing down your throat going, why isn't this job done? If I gave it to, if I gave it to XYZ, he'd already be done with it. What's going on? Understand, it's just a fact of life. Experience is going to hurt. The important thing is to learn from that experience and get better. That's what we all try to do. We all try to come in, learn a new skill, and improve. Before you know it, that job you did, took you 5 hours the first time, takes you an hour the next time. Or, 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever, depending on, it can vary. But my point is, the first time you do something, it's probably going to be a little bit of a mess. You're probably going to take some time, but you'll get better. I mean, that's how you gain experience, by doing it. Imagine that. It's how experience works. You know, unfortunately, a lot of times in, you know, tech schools, they'll talk about, oh, well, you'll come out of school making, you know, buckets of money. It doesn't work that way because you come out of school with a lot of up here, but not a lot of here. And that's one of the problems, is you come out of school and you're full of knowledge, but you don't practically know how to use it. So understand that just keep learning. Just keep getting better. Do bigger and bigger jobs, and eventually you'll be comfortable doing just about anything. A job I've never done comes in, I'm not scared of it. Just nuts and bolts. Let's do it. Older technicians might forget that. So if you're an older technician and the kids in the shop are a little nervous about doing a job, remember, they haven't done that job 50 times. Young kids, remember, it's probably going to hurt, but you'll get better. So, hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.